All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from the Southern Grist Brewing Company, and they're out of Nashville, Tennessee, and this is their double dry hopped 1 year anniversary, and this is the 2021 Redux version. So they are calling this one a New England-style double IPA that is double dry hop with Mosaic, Citra, and Vic Secret hops. They also say Re-brewed in honor of our first anniversary. It comes in at 8.1% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just under 7 weeks old. And I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber, Tyler, over at South 10 Beer Reviews for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, along with a link to his channel. Tyler's a great guy. He gets his hands on some fantastic beer. His content is phenomenal. And yeah, I'm always jealous because he's drinking Southern Grist stuff. So he sent me one from them. And so apparently this beer is a rebrew of their first anniversary, as they said on the can. And apparently, and again, I don't know a lot about Southern Grist, that beer was one of their most highly praised, like, hop forward beers. I believe they've rebrewed it now 3 or 4 times. I think they did it last year in maybe 2018, or maybe it was 2019, but definitely, I think this is like the 3rd time they've rebrewed it, maybe the 4th. But yeah, it sounds great. Mosaic, Citra, and Vic Secret. Let's get into it. I've only had one other hop forward beer from Southern Grist. It was during a bottle share a couple of years ago. It was their Imperial Hazy, a Broken Nut, which was a Imperial New England-style double IPA, or Imperial New England-style IPA that was brewed with, I believe it was just fresh coconut, and it was pretty damn tasty. So to try an actual hop-forward beer right from Southern Grist, I'm into it. Let's crack this one open. So you'll see this one a little bit after I did their snow cone, huge fruit smoothie sour, and that was delicious. So see how the hazies treat me here. So yeah, pouring out a little bit darker than I thought, honestly, but it is 8.1%. I just don't like when I pour it going down the side, getting all over my coaster, but I guess that's what the coaster's there for. Anyway, so yeah, that has a really deep honey orange color. It's super murky, super turbid. If it was a bit lighter, it would look like turkey gravy because it has that kind of dense, murky, turbid kind of look to it, but it's just not. It's a little bit darker than you anticipate. Has about a finger of a, I'd say, a cream-colored head. It looked kind of creamy, but now it's getting a little bit more soap sudsy. But yeah, I would say it looks like an 8.1% New England-style double IPA. Yeah, for sure. Oh, whew. Burning the nostrils with those hops. Wow. Whew, that smells awesome. So I'm getting a lot of tropical fruit. And I don't know if you've noticed probably over the last couple of months, but I'm getting more citrus and stone fruits usually than anything, but tropical fruit leading the way here. Tons of like sweet pineapple. There's passion fruit. There's guava. Things of that nature. Oh, yeah, it's great. It smells like there's a little bit of hop burn there still. Just a touch, just a smidge. But yeah, pineapple, passion fruit, maybe a bit of like a guava, papaya, honeydew melon, just a lot of tropical fruit. There's an underlying like blood orange, almost acidic kind of orange feel to it. There's a nice like almost vanilla-esque type of malt character here. Like a doughy vanilla. It's not giving me like a pastry vibe or anything, but it's noticeable. There's definitely a big earthy, dank kind of profile to this one in the nose as well. Yeah, so a little bit of hop burn, but underneath that, this is just a tropical fruit explosion. It's like a tropical fruit bowl. It's so pronounced in the tropical fruit character. This is one of the more vibrant double IPAs that I've had from a tropical fruit standpoint. Like, it's big. It smells awesome. I want to get into it. So cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Tyler. Oh, that is a nice beer. That's nice. Body in this one's like straight up medium, fine for 8.1. The mouthfeel is really nice. It's not necessarily creamy, but it's so soft on the palate. It's so inviting. I mean, it's carbonated, but it's like mildly carbonated. But it is so soft. It's really smooth on the palate. Like I said, not necessarily creamy, but soft and smooth for sure. So body and mouthfeel are great. The taste, maybe not as vibrant as it was in the nose. So one thing you'll notice, at least I've noticed, Certainly over the past, 5 years where double dry hopping has been a thing that, is a selling point for a lot of beers. Like if you put DDH, it's all about acronyms when it comes to beer, IPA, DDH. I feel like the noses so many times are just amazing. Like they're just amazing. There's no other word to describe it, just amazing. But then it doesn't translate right into the taste. Like it's that nose, but like dialed back by like 25 to 50%. That's what's happening here. But still really good, don't get me wrong. All that vibrant passion fruit and pineapple and guava and honeydew melon and whatever else I said, papaya. That's definitely here and leading the way, but it's not as sweet and it's not as boisterous, but it's still there. So I'm getting more passion fruit and guava right at the forefront. Then that pineapple kicks in. It's like more of like just a ripened pineapple, a little bit of like a papaya and honeydew right after that. There's an underlying, I'm not really getting malt in here like I was getting in the nose, like that vanilla doughy thing. Not really any kind of malt character to speak of other than the sweetness. But there's this really nice, like acidic blood orange type of feel to it. And that's like underneath the tongue and it carries on throughout the entire palate. Shout out to the car going by. On the back of the palate, this finish is earthy, herbaceous, and it has a mild bitterness, but this is more like, I'd say, semi-dry. So it's not as bitter as it is dry. There's a very small, minute touch of hop burn, slight green kind of vegetal matter on the back of the palate, burning the throat ever so slightly. So I feel like fresh has probably had a decent amount of hop burn. I really don't know because I didn't have it, a week or two old. But right now, there's definitely a little bit. So I feel like if I had this under a month old, that would be a little bit more pronounced and noticeable. As is, not really. Yeah, this is really good. It's not blowing me away, but I feel like they did a pretty good job with it. Now, I would, in a situation like this, it's like if I had the original 1 year anniversary beer and then going even off of memory, comparing that beer to this beer, that would be a lot of fun in my mind. But like I never had that beer, never had any of the other Reduxes, so I can only go on what I'm drinking in my glass, and what I'm drinking is pretty fucking good. So yeah, Southern Grist Double Dry Hopped 1 year anniversary, the 2021 Redux. I'm going to give that a low 4.25 out of 5 and go 4.15 out of 5. I think that's a fair score. I wanted to give it higher than a high 4. I was debating 4.1 or 4.15, so we'll go low 4.25. I think if that hop burn was not even there at all, and I think if the nose carried over, this is easily into the 4 or 5 range for me. But a little bit of hop burn on the back of the palate, and then the aroma just being better than the taste knocks it down a little bit, but still 4.15 out of 5 is a pretty good score. Thanks, Tyler, for this one. Price and availability, I did see on social media these were $20 a 4-pack, kind of going rate for a double IPA that is double dry hopped, 8.1%, sure. And availability, I have no idea when it comes to Southern Grist stuff. I'd imagine they get distro in the Tennessee area, state of Tennessee. Outside of that, I don't know if they make it to any other states. I have no idea. I'm sure you could probably maybe buy their stuff online at some different like Craft Shack. I don't know if they have their stuff, but I don't know. Tyler, if you know distro on Southern Grist or anybody out there, let me know. Like I said, 4.15 out of 5, really good. Oh yeah, alcohol outside of the body and mouthfeel giving away that this is a bigger beer. There's no alcohol stringency. There's a little bit of warming in the chest, but not on the palate at all. So it's 8.1% and very easy to drink. So I appreciate Tyler sending this one my way. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.